Hey guys, Ryan Smith from Holiday Bliss. I promised you that we were going to take you along to market. Here we are in Dallas, Texas. We're going to show you some of the new trees that are in stock and just really educate you a little bit about what the market experience is. So follow along. We're going to have a great time. We're going to point out some really great new things that I've watched and saw yesterday while we were here. So let's get started. Wanted to take you guys along on this really great journey as we make our way through this beautiful showroom. We're at Direct Exports in Dallas, Texas, one of my largest suppliers of all of our trees, most of our garland and wreaths, and much of our stems. You know that we really promote and talk about the difference that stems make as we decorate and layer in decor. And so this is the first thing that I saw when I walked in, kind of fitting for me to be in the sleigh as we kick off Christmas 2026. Follow along and happy decorating, everybody. So I thought one of the things, because I know there's a lot of people who have misconceptions about what is market. You hear me talk about going to market. Market means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but essentially there are three market destinies, or destinations I should say, in the United States: Dallas, Atlanta, and now Las Vegas. And I always focus on Dallas. It's the right model for me. It has the suppliers who I do the most business with based on the type of business that we are. But the concept is the same, and it's large showrooms. Many of these showrooms are permanent, and they reset them for every season. Right now we are in January of 26. We are buying for Christmas of 2026. You can see they've got several different trees set up. These are really meant to be inspiration. And then each of the components that are used on the trees are actually individually displayed on the wall, and that's how you know how much everything's going to cost, what the minimum quantities are. And I'm allowed then to place an order, and that then goes off to the factories. It gets produced over the spring and summer, and then gets shipped to us late summer, early fall. That's the cycle. So we're planning almost a year in advance, which actually works great because we're coming right off of Christmas 25. We know what trends really sold well. We know what we heard from our clients in terms of what they'd like to see, and so it actually really works well from a timing perspective. But thought it would be good to just kind of share with you guys a little bit about how the model works. So we're just gonna go ahead. We're here for 5 or 6 days. We'll take you along as we see some of the trees that really have inspired me this year. I'll take a minute and talk about those, but thought it would be helpful for you guys just to hear a little bit about how the concept works and how the industry works as a whole. Hey guys, so I told you that I would take you along as we start buying for Christmas 26, and one of the things that I wanted to make sure we point out is educate you a little bit about the process. So as I said before, most of these showrooms are permanent showrooms that are in place, and they really are focusing on 2 or 3 seasons. So we're in January of 26, we're buying for Christmas 26, and the showrooms are in full motion. And so what you'll typically see in all of our showrooms is a fully decorated tree, many different themes, many different styles, and then a lot of the elements used in the trees are then placed on the wall, and that makes it a lot easier for us to actually go through and buy. And you'll see that there's a tag on each of these. You can see what the price is, and then of course what your minimum quantity is. Once we place our orders, these orders then get bundled up and placed with the factories overseas. They take all of the spring and the summer to produce the merchandise that we've selected, and then it starts shipping to us as early as end of summer, beginning of the fall, so that we have it ready for you guys in October to start Christmas 26. So I thought it would just be good for you guys to kind of hear about the process and how we go about actually making selections as we're coming to market and buying. So we're gonna keep showing you some of the trends. You can see burgundy is gonna be a really big trend as we get into 26 as well. But we'll just keep highlighting some of this as we go along, and as I always say, happy decorating. Hey everybody, Ryan Smith from Holiday Bliss, day 2 of Market in Dallas, shopping for Christmas 2026. I want to just introduce you to my mom. You're going to see her in a lot of footage. She is a fantastic helper as we're doing installations, and so as we go along, and I'm sure some of you are going to say, who's the lady who's, you know, kind of tagging along? This is my mom. And you might have seen her in some of the brand video footage that we've done as well, but her name is Judy, so I wanted to make sure that you guys know who she is as we continue our journey over the next 4 or 5 days. Happy decorating. I have talked in the past about how I've forged some really close relationships with many of my suppliers, many of whom have become very close friends, and Kay Hogard from Direct Export is the best example of that. I met Kay in 2010 when I was just starting out. She became a mentor for me in the industry, but also a very dear friend. I look forward to every January where I get to spend time with Kay at market, and I am so happy and honored that she is going to spend time with all of you as we make our selections at Direct Exports. And for any of you guys out there that have a really big space, I know you definitely need one of these. Look at how fantastic this is. Outside friendly, definitely makes a statement. I'm 6 feet tall and I'm coming right through it. But yeah, this whole tree, I really...
But even the little hats?
Yeah.
I mean, this is cute. But no, this I would not put in there. Look at him.
Yeah. Hello.
How are you? Okay, good. Hey everybody, want to highlight for you one of my very favorite garlands, and I'm really honored to be showing you this because Direct Exports actually produced this at my request. So they carry this Marshall Mix garland already in the 9-foot by 14-inch, but I wanted it bigger and I wanted it plusher, and they worked back with the factory, and this is now an 18-inch in diameter. And what we mean by 18 inches, 18 inches is from the left side to the right side of the furthest tip. And it's 9 feet long, well lit, and look at how beautiful and full this is. Plush. It's got the cashmere mix. You'll hear me talk about either cashmere or Marshall mix. They're interchangeable. And this also now comes in a 25-foot piece of garland as well, which is great for outdoor entries, banisters, stairways inside. 25 feet of lit garland by 18 inches wide is going to be fantastic. It's got the PVC, it's got the bottle brush, and it's got the feel reel tips. This garland is absolute, stunning, beautiful. You're going to want this for mantles, stairways, outside. It will be my go-to garland when we decorate and install for our clients. So go to holiday-bliss.com, search for Marshall Mix. We're going to carry the wreaths that coordinate with this as well. And again, happy decorating. Look at this, you guys. Polar bears. You can't go wrong with polar bears. They're still really trending. We did a big installation this year with a set of these 2 large polar bears, but we're going to see these continue to trend well into 26 as well. Some smaller versions if you don't want to do the big guys, but really, really cool. And they look so real. Feel great too. And so why Dallas? There are really two major market destinations, one in Dallas, one in Atlanta. Anyone who is in the Christmas business are typically going to one of those markets. There are other markets around the country, definitely, but if you are a designer who is focused on Christmas, or you're a retailer who does a big Christmas business, you're either going to Atlanta or Dallas. So why Dallas for me? I'll be honest with you, Direct Exports, one of my largest suppliers, only has a showroom in Dallas, and so it is vital for me to be in Dallas. And all of my other suppliers are also in Dallas. So I can accomplish what I need to for my business in Dallas. That's why you need to have two people here, because you miss things.
I like this tree. You wouldn't even have to do this color.
I would pull this blue out, this
But
minty
if that's
blue.
something else, right? It's pretty.
Like, I think if you were to add, hold on just one second. Look at the, or off of this stem. And then, or you could do,
Yes.
I mean, look at this. I'm right behind you, sorry.
I'm sorry. Just pull this up. That's all.
I mean, it just changes the whole look of it. So, guys, this is just an example of where I talk a lot about how get the base of the tree right. And look at the monochromatic elements on this tree are great. And they actually, the showroom had more of this kind of frosty blue, kind of mint in there. But just by pulling out that one poinsettia and bringing in, because you might want to change it up some year, this dark, beautiful, rich burgundy, and even like one other burgundy spray, and we could probably do a burgundy crabapple because every design project needs a crabapple. Look at how that changes the whole entire theme without changing everything on the tree. So it's a really good lesson. Don't be afraid to invest in some, basics, and then bring in some of the interesting pieces to mix up your theme, change out the color, etc. Gold star,
Yeah,
Judy.
I can tell. I like that one.
277765.
You want to picture the tape?
Yeah.
Right? Did you get it?
Yep. What like is that brown on there again?
It's funny, I didn't even notice that.
I know
though.
Kay tells me that too, but
No, I didn't.
do.
I noticed the leaf.
277649. And I think we already got these. I love these. Yeah. I do like those too. I just need to think about them still.
It changed the whole look.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I found
Do
a
you
lot
have
in here yesterday.
Do you have a favorite?
A couple actually. I'm loving the classic Christmas. I did quite a bit on this wall.
Yes.
We did really well with that theme this year.
We did too.
Back to the basics.
Exactly.
Yep.
We said the natural greenery, the
Reds, the holiday greens, which we
Yes.
hadn't done in a while.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do more of that, and then I'm loving this combo here. And I actually,
Yes, we are too.
But I did a mix on it. Instead of the reds, I'm pulling in the burgundies over there.
That's what we're doing.
And the rich blues. So did
Yes,
Kay show
yeah.
you the berry over there that I picked out with
We're
it?
doing some of the
Yeah.
blues because we still have some of the blues.
So you can pull
from
some of
here.
that in. Yeah.
So we can pull
But this
it
was
in.
like where I started, and then I just kind of went from there.
that
And that
this
too.
piece, but we did that.
Yeah. I did this, I think. I did that gold ball up there.
Yeah. It's so good. We've just been like mixing, and we did a little bit where we mixed a little bit of like the
Some of that
flowers,
stuff too, that tartan. All right, guys, I wanted to highlight for you, one of our most popular trees, which is the Deluxe Trinity tree. It's definitely going to be the tree that, is that traditional Christmas tree shape, probably the largest, most full body tree that we offer, but want to just have you guys take a look in here. Again, these feel real tips are what you're going to see on this, and then there's the PVC filler in the back. But one of the best colorings of the trees that we offer, and certainly probably one of the fullest. So if you're looking for that Fraser fir or that balsam fir appearance, again, the traditional A-line, real full tree, this is going to be your perfect selection. Warm white LED lights, 3-year warranty on the lights, 10-year warranty on the tree. One that you're going to definitely want to consider if you're going for that really traditional vibe. You guys love the Deluxe Trinity. This is its slender cousin, the Crawford, and this is going to be ideal for places that might have a little bit less room to play with. So if you've got a corner in a room, not really a pencil tree, but definitely more slender, but has the same exact coloring as the Deluxe Trinity and some of the same fullness, just in a much less wide version of it. All right, so the Henderson is that perfect tree for the tightest space that you might want to still get a tree decorated in. And it is going to be probably the slenderest tree that we offer, but still has fantastic lighting, fantastic feel real tips, again with the PVC filler, and comes in a variety of sizes. So we stock this in the 6.5, the 7.5, and the 9. For those of you who followed us for a while, this 9-foot Henderson is what we use in our dining room, so we flank the window. But this is an absolute must if you want to add a second or third tree, because you can literally fit it anywhere. Right, so our most popular seller, and you guys know I talk about this all the time, the Fieldstone. We have this stocked in pretty much every size from 4.5 all the way up through 12. But look at the indexing in this tree. This is probably the most realistic tree that we sell. And I think we see that play out every single year by how popular it is. So again, this one's got the multicolored lights on it. We sell it with the multi-dual option. So you've got the different functions. We sell it with just the warm white LED lights as well. But this is one that is perfect because it's a little bit fuller, so more traditional shape, but not super wide, so you can still get those trees in most living rooms or most spaces. So again, perfect tree. This comes in a potted form as well, so if you want to flank your front entry, or maybe you've got a spot in the house where you just want to put a tree that's already in a pot, this is your perfect option for you. All right, guys, new for 2026, this Falkland frosted spruce tree. If you don't like the flocking because it falls off, makes a mess, this is going to be your solution right here. This is more frosted than flocked, very little shedding, and look at how beautiful this tree is. Very well lit, lots and lots of tips for decorating. Beautiful without a lot of trim, and will be stunning with some deep reds or cardinals, or even the holiday green and the classic Christmas colors that we're seeing continue to trend in 2026. But this line is going to be fantastic. We're going to bring it in several different sizes, the 9-foot, the 7.5, and the 4.5. Look at how fantastic they look even in a trio by themselves. So want to make sure that you're considering this as you're planning for Christmas 2026. All right, guys, you've heard me talk a lot about the Catskill collection. If you're somebody who doesn't want the filler PVC and you want all of the PE, this is the Garland and wreath for you. And look at how real it looks. You really are not going to find a garland that looks more real than this Catskill garland. Lit with LED warm white lights. We stock this in the 9-foot by 18-inch in diameter, and we also stock every size of the wreath in this, so 48, 36, and 30, both lit and unlit. Definitely something to consider as you're planning for Christmas 2026. All right, guys, I want to also introduce to you a fantastic new tree for 2026, the mountain pine tree. And what I love about this tree, one, it's a little more slender, which is fantastic, especially if you're space constrained. But look at how sturdy and strong these tips are. I mean, you're gonna really be able to put some heavy ornaments, some heavy trim on here. Even the branches themselves are really sturdy and strong. The coloring is magnificent as well. So be on the lookout. We're gonna stock this in the 9 foot, the 7.5, and in this fantastically lit 4.5. I mean, on its own, it's a great tree. So go to holiday-bliss.com for our full selection of the mountain pine. Be on the lookout for Christmas 2026. Happy decorating. All right, and finally, the Snowcrest pencil pine, probably our best seller in terms of the flocked options. And here's what I love about this tree. It makes a great statement when they're put together in sets of 3. So do a 9 foot, a 7.5, and a 4.5. You really don't even have to put a lot of trim on it, and they're perfect for a corner, for a space in your home, for an office. Top seller in terms of our flock tree. And look at how perfect they are. They look great just by themselves. They look like they've come right off of a mountaintop somewhere. If you don't want to do a lot of trim on your trees, look at this frosted Norfolk. This is one where you can set it up and not even, do a lot. Again, beautiful draping. I think what would be fantastic in here is just some, ornaments tucked in with icicles. It would be a perfect display piece, even in a trio of 3. So do a 7.5, a 6.5, and a 4.5, and you've got instant impact. All right, you guys, so I said that I would talk about some trends that we're seeing in Christmas 2026, so I want to make sure that we start covering some of that. You're gonna see classic Christmas pretty much in every showroom that we walk through. And the classic red with the holiday green, the gold or champagne. Some of the trees are mixing in the white. And again, this is really a play off of what we heard a lot about in Christmas 25 of the Ralph Lauren Christmas, right? Classic Christmas, the tartan plaid, here it is here again too. And then I talk about this a lot, but the Norfolk pine. And as you are decorating a tree, the more pine or greenery you can add to a design, the more texture it has, the better off it will be. And so you can see they've done the same thing in this tree as well, but the red, the holiday green, the gold, and the champagne is going to continue to trend into 26. So this is a good example. I'll stop talking and Trey will pan out and show you a couple other examples where it's just a little bit of a play on the same theme or the same trend, but where they've added in maybe some white or in some cases even some lime green, which I don't really think is going to be making a full comeback, but I think it is playing as an accent color right now. And the one thing I want to highlight to you guys as we're panning through this tree is look at how they're using some great sparkly, a little bit more glitzy elements, but then look at how they're pulling in the natural berries and some of the natural pine. And again, bringing them back in this really jeweled ribbon. I talk about this all the time, but it's a play on texture, it's a play on finish, and the natural with the glitz, with the glitter, with the matte. Just is never done enough. I think people are really afraid they have to stay in those lanes of if I'm doing glitter, I have to stay with glitter. If I'm doing natural, I have to stay with natural. Throw those principles away and start mixing the textures, mixing the finishes, mixing the styles. Look at how fantastic this looks. Berries at the top with a very glittered stem all the way down. It's just money. Okay, and just when some of you might be thinking that blue is dead, I am here to tell you blue is definitely not dead. We're gonna continue to see blue showing up in 2026, but it's gonna be showing up differently. And look at what they've done. They've taken the classic holiday green and red and they've intermingled it with beautiful midnight navy blues. So you've got that going on. If we turn the corner here, look at how, same thing, they're actually bringing in a couple different hues of blue, but still, again, the red and these natural elements. So I've talked about it before, make sure you're bringing in some of the natural with the glittered. Finishes matter, but they're doing the midnight blue, the champagne with the red, with some of the deeper burgundies, and then they're even bringing in some of this teal color and some of the slate blue. So Blue will continue to trend into 2026 in pretty much every hue of itself. I've seen slate, I've seen the dark midnight, I've seen, you know, more of the teal and aquas. We're going to continue to see blue, and they're just having a lot more fun with what they're pairing that with. All right, another trend that we're gonna see a ton of this year and carries into 26, and I think this will be very market specific, so I don't know that we'll see a lot of this necessarily in the Midwest, but beaded fruit and this whole Della Robbia fruit theme, and I've seen it in every showroom I've walked into, but I think you're gonna see a real play on that, coupled with some of these deeper, richer plums and pinks even. But you can see the beaded fruit here. And a few other trees that we'll get to in a minute, you know, beaded ornaments that all play on that really well. And even in some cases, butterflies. I think butterflies are definitely trending this year as well. So some really pretty tones that you wouldn't always think to put together, but it's playing off nicely. And then Norfolk pine, we'll see Norfolk all over the place again, garlands, wreaths, and stems that we use in all of these design projects. So more to come, blueberries. It's going to be anything goes as it relates to Della Robbia, these colors, and some of that fruit. Okay, so white and the whole winter natural theme we'll continue to see well into 26 as well. And look what they're doing. They're kind of pulling off of that plaid trend, plus adding in some of the dark green, but the flocked white on white, frosted magnolia leaves, some of the natural frosted twigs and pine cones. And then look at the, you know, kind of like almost furry leaf spray on this. That will continue to be very popular as we get into 2026 as well.
Oh, yes.
And even the flocked berries, seen a lot of the flocked berries in a lot of different colors, but here the white looks really great with this theme.
And the yellow tag.
Star means it's a Rebecca. Ryan Smith, I follow you on YouTube. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
It's Ryan?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just found your channel this year actually. So, yeah.
Oh, good. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for watching.
Do great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was actually going to be trying to come in here and film in another couple of days because I love this. Like,
They did such a great job, don't they?
I know.
Up in Minnesota. Yeah, so design and installation. Yeah.
That's
So,
great. Well,
so
good
much
for
fun.
you.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
much
just
fun. It's so
oh my,
much
so
work.
much. It's a lot of work, but
And late nights and early mornings. And
love it.
it's very seasonal, so you just like go.
All right, everybody. So we've had a really exciting day here, second day at market in Dallas. I thought it would be fun for you guys to hear some of my favorite selections in terms of stems. As you know, stems to me transform a tree, transform a wreath, transform a garland. They're the one differentiating element if you want to go from basic to wow. And so I've selected a few of my favorites, and I'm going to take you guys along, tell you why they're my favorites for 2026, and then be sure to come back to holiday-bliss.com and you can pre-order them as we start to load some of these into the website, as early as probably March or April. So I'm going to start with this one. This stem is fantastic. Look at all of the different colors that it's pulling into it. We're going to pair this with blues. We're going to pair this with burgundies. We're going to pair this with reds. But this is one that you're not going to want to miss. And it's going to be a ton of fun, even with, look at some of the plums or pinks. This one is going to be one of those that are just going to be completely different than anything we've ever done before. So great movement on this, almost acts as an ornament itself. So look at it in the tree here. So this is one that we're definitely going to want to make sure that you pre-order when we get those loaded in. Okay, stem number 2, one of my favorites this year, and you can see with anything with the gold star means that it's a top seller. So I'm not only picking it, but many of my colleagues are also selecting it. But look at the flock dark green. This dark green is going to continue to trend. It was the whole Ralph Lauren Christmas that kicked off in Christmas 25, but this dark green has been trending really for the last couple of years. But the flocked berries on here are going to be magnificent. You can see it in this tree, but taking this and adding it to some natural pine or bringing it in with some of the reds and the berries or the tartan plaid, this play on velvet's going to continue. And so this makes this one of my favorite picks for 2026. Okay, another stem that's one of my favorites this year. It's the ribbon stem, but look at the texture on this and look at the sparkle on this. It's fantastic. These, you know, essentially create almost like a floret, and look at them in the tree. So this is going to almost act as your poinsettia or your amaryllis in a tree. The color's fantastic because it lightens up the design. We're going to see this in other colors as well as we make our way through DE. But I love this stem. It's got the gold star on it. We know that it's going to be produced because there's been a lot of interest in it. But I think it's so unique, so different, and will just make a huge interest statement as we think about bringing this into trees, wreaths, and garlands. Found yesterday. Remember that one with all this? Oh, here it is. I found it.
You just needed me.
I needed you.
You just needed me.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you this tray. So this stem, you guys, and I'm going to introduce you to Kay. No. She's, you know, my DE rep, but she's more than a rep.
Thank you. For me too.
But this stem is, look at the white on it and the glitter on it. I mean, by itself, you don't even have to add this with anything. The impact that this stem will have in a tree, a wreath, a garland, a swag, tablescape. Add this with some greens, add this with Norfolk pine, which everyone loves these days. Gold star, we know how to pick them. So
right.
Definitely look for this online. You're not going to want to miss it. This one is money right here, all by itself, just huge glitter factor. So
Yes.
it's going to be one of our favorites for sure. Yeah.
It's for Shane, and they sent me one, and he's got, you know, the.
Oh, the reds or whatever, the red.
I've got to get that taken.
That's an easy fix if
Yeah,
you
they said
load it
that.
into the,
They said,
yeah.
Did you show him the?
Oh, for sure. Our favorite combo. Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the first thing we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Because that is so beautiful. And I tell you, the wonderful.
For Neil and Alicia.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
I love
too.
that. That whole little
That is
collection.
so beautiful.
I had missed the, I don't know if it was this or which
That-
one it was,
that
but
was
that
the
one was
one.
pretty.
We
Is
have
this one
this
for
one.
sure going to be
That was the
produced?
And well, for sure we'll look at the tag. I'll have to look and see on that. But they definitely picked
Yeah.
that one, and they'll.
Oh, I know the other one that we loved, Kay, was this one up here, right? This wasn't this one of these.
Now you did that one.
This
we
one.
did that one.
I love this one.
Yeah, we did that.
For everybody who, you know, loves the natural sprays instead of all of the glitz and glam that I always get enamored with, this one's great, don't you think,
It
Kay?
is perfect.
I mean, not only is it going to be great in a tree, but as a tree topper in a container porch pot, and then I think you can see this on film, but look at just the little bit of the sparkle on there.
Tiny, tiny touch. It's almost like barely been iced.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Minnesota frosty morning right here. Doesn't get any better. And
That is beautiful.
in a tree, it's going to create great texture. I'm not sure if it's in this tree or not, but same idea. Look at how it just, you know, you can get this to really
I was going to say, just push it in.
put it in there so you can see it. But look at this, you guys. This is going to be magnificent.
This one gives you more of an airy feel, where this is a heavier feel.
Yeah.
And that airy feel is very much what
Yeah.
people are
Looking for. All right, that was a good one. I'm glad we highlighted that one. Yeah, the browns and the frosties, it's gonna do well. I loved what you all had picked out here. Yeah.
And some of that was from over there.
Right. She
and
was.
some
I
here.
was watching
Yeah.
her pulling it
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
It was fun.
See if we can get Kay back over here because she's good about doing this with us. Yesterday, look at this together.
That together. Is that beautiful? That's beautiful. All three components.
Yeah,
are just
very, very pretty.
And then I think we put. Did we
And
put
we
that
put
with
that
it
with
too? Yeah.
Very pretty.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna snag this. So see how we just.
Isn't that pretty?
gorgeous. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
me excited.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, right?
I'm too old to get excited about something
that.
I've been doing this many years.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Look at the.
Yeah, yeah, look at that. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Put that on a stem. Gorgeous.
So let me know when you're ready and we'll talk about it. You're ready? Okay, so you guys know that I'm never satisfied with just one stem. The real bang for your buck comes from layering. And so in this example, we're actually layering 3 separate stems, all new for 2026. Kay helped me pick them out. And so we are staying in line with this whole champagne platinum theme, one of our favorites and one of our favorite color palettes that sells every year. So independently, they're great on their own as well. So you certainly don't have to layer, but look at as you put these together, what they do. So independent, great. Independently, great. But as you put all of these together, it just creates a combo that is irresistible. So don't be afraid to layer the stems. Again, these are going to be at holiday-bliss.com pre-order. Pre-order in March and April. These will not last. Happy decorating.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that star, that's very pretty.
Yeah, and I think I pulled, was it this poinsettia that I pulled out? Also a gold star. Burgundy is really trending again. You know, it hadn't been trending for a while, but this burgundy velvet is coming back in full force. And it looks so fantastic with the platinums, even with some of the harder golds. But these 2 stems we will be bringing in, and these are gonna do fantastic as well. Rich burgundy, but look at the glittered holly leaf, which is nice. I always talk about every design project needs a bay leaf and a crabapple, but this holly leaf just gets us a little bit of a separation from the bay leaf, but it still has that same nice shape. And then this poinsettia, again, look at how beautiful that is. All of the eyelash glitter around the poinsettia. You put this with some of these other champagne and platinum stems, it is just fantastic. It's jewelry. It's just beautiful. We should do one of the pretty berries that we picked out yesterday. You know, the like the airy red berry, something like that. You okay?
Oh, that really airy, that real.
Yeah, because that's just like I feel like I'm attracted to the glittery stuff, but some people like the more natural. Okay, so a really creative take on berries, right? I mean, so you typically always see berries in this type of form, but look at how unique this is. Little balls of berries. And while there isn't one on this tree, I'm gonna pop one in here because I think there should be one on this tree. And look at how interesting and how much fun that is. Just, it's almost like a little ornament, but they're frosty. It's got the white frosting on it. Super cool. These would also be great for porch pots. So as you're putting together your window boxes and porch pots in November, adding a couple of these in with all of your fresh greens is gonna be absolutely stunning and so unique. Nobody else is gonna have this stem. Because I liked how short it was, and it's like, okay, so one more berry, and again, I like this one because it's unique. It's not like all of the crab apples and all of the other winter berries. Very airy, so you've got space in between each of the different bunches. And what's great about this is it's got a short stem on it, so when you're decorating your garlands, you're decorating your wreaths, you don't have to cut off a bunch of stem, you can just get to town. But it's also great for a tree. Easy enough to just pop right in, long enough to stay in place. Porch pots, containers, arrangements. This is a fantastic berry. holiday-bliss.com. Happy decorating. Cool.
How many?
36. 36.
Like with this,
Adorable.
Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.
super cute.
Love
Almost
it.
would be like a common behind
Yeah.
or something like that.
Super cute.
I love it.
Very
Very fun. And then this Norfolk pine pick. This is,
In here.
yeah, but look, what's great about this one is it's short.
Yeah.
And so to put into a wreath or garland, instead of taking the long pick and having to cut it, it saves a ton of time because you just boop, and in you go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. There are floors and floors of different suppliers at the Dallas market, and over the years I have forged relationships with probably 3 to 6 that I do the lion's share of my business with. They all have their specialty, they all have their unique quality that keeps me coming back, and I go to each of them for different reasons. And so you'll see as we go through the next couple of days, the difference in the showrooms and the difference in the items that I'm buying from each of these suppliers, but they all are an important part of my business, and I'm so fortunate that I am able to spend 5 or 6 days navigating all of them at the same time, and I'm so happy that I get to take you all along with us this year. Hey everybody, I want to highlight a really fantastic wreath and garland. So we've talked a lot about how the Norfolk pine is trending. This is fantastic and exclusive because it's got the Norfolk and the cedar built into the same wreath and into the same garland. So look at how full and lush this is. I believe this is actually a 6-foot garland full of Norfolk, full of cedar. We're going to be bringing this in for Christmas 26, and we're also going to be bringing in the stem that goes with it, plus the 36 and the 30-inch wreath. So be on the lookout, holiday-bliss.com. Happy decorating.
When you see it in the green, look at that.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
pretty.
pretty?
So here we are at K&K Interiors, and K&K Interiors is fantastic for very fine tabletop. They have some very unique pieces. The quality is always fantastic, and their displays at market are always very unique and very well done. And I really enjoy working with Carrie, who is my rep at K&K. And I think one of the things that this video probably will illustrate really well is how we actually navigate through the showroom and how we make selections using scanning devices. You'll hear Carrie talking about how much things cost, what the minimum might be, and things that I should consider as I'm looking at some of the new products, especially that they've launched in 2026. So sit back, enjoy. This is always a really fun showroom to walk through and be inspired by. I thought it might be beneficial to talk a little bit about the difference between a wholesaler, a retailer, and a consumer. And just to be clear, only retailers or designers, retailers can actually go to market. So they have a business, they're selling to consumers, or they're selling to the end users, if you will. And so I'm considered a retailer designer. Many of you would be considered consumers or the end user of the product that I am selling. And the suppliers that I'm talking to and working with at market are considered wholesalers. They're product developers. So they are coming up with new products every year and then working back with factories overseas to mass produce those products. And they're taking feedback from you as end users. They're taking feedback from me and my colleagues as designers and as retailers, and they're continually evolving the line that they offer to us. And that is a 12 to 24 month cycle. So in January of 26, I'm buying for Christmas of 2026. That's almost 12 years ahead of when the actual holiday is. They're already looking at developing products for Christmas 2027. And so while they might be selling products for Christmas 2026, they're actually developing products for Christmas 2027. So I think a lot of people think that the Christmas business is a short season. It's actually a 12 to 24 month cycle. And that's what allows us to bring you the cutting edge trends by the time you're ready for them in your home. I would do 36 of those.
Okay.
It doesn't look that, the picture doesn't.
Well, I think this is a different one.
Oh. You like the small?
No.
The big,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm saying I'm really like,
Yeah.
Also, here's another thing, you can put it in your walk. So that magnolia stem is kind of like this, but the green. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like this size. So these you get all through Floral.
oh, are they all black or are they
We're gonna see it here in a minute. Yeah.
Do you like this stem? It's a silk.
No.
Okay. So these have been hot, hot, hot. These, I know you said you don't do a lot of ornaments, but these just stick on a branch.
What are they?
They're like a remote control candle.
Oh, these candles.
Yeah. Any of these maroon burgundy orbs here?
I don't think the berry balls. No. Like the pine cones, the onions, that's kind of more. So,
Here's that open one.
yeah. And we got the burgundy one already, the closed one, right?
Yep, the big one. Yep.
I like the big ones better, I think, than the open ones.
I know this isn't your color, but this has been a great seller.
Yeah.
This real
I am. The Norfolk is hot, hot, hot.
So, the big one is in the window.
Oh yeah,
but
this is the perfect color.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's Garland.
And I love that this is gold instead of, so I need the big one.
Okay.
And I might actually take one of these for every day
Okay.
I like it.
for me.
Yeah. I like that too.
We need to go around.
That is, and that has to ship on a pallet.
Yeah,
15579B.
B as a boy.
Yep. So we can measure these and the black one.
And then just get the right.
Yeah. Or we can look at the candles in the black one. They might be a better size than
Okay.
what's in here.
I want them to be like the pillars that,
Fit. We could actually, is that the wrong gold in there? Put some in the bottom.
yeah. I'm, scan them, yeah, let's scan them and then. People
Okay.
want more of the
Real tree?
real tree looking.
These
Yeah.
are cute.
Yeah, so are these a set?
Set.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You have to do two. Two set checks out.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Yeah.
24, right? Yeah.
Yep. Do you see any of these magnolias that have a ticket on them?
Nope, I don't.
Oh, here, right here. Let's see if that comes in a different size.
See how big that is. I can't see the stem.
Yeah, so this one is a 33 inch.
It's too big.
Okay.
Super cute. With a bottle of wine, you mean?
I'll do 6 of those total. 5, 6.
56762B.
That's cute.
Oh, I know.
Now we get to go in here where Jeff and Becky itchy. Sorry.
Well, here's the candles in the gold.
Magnolia leaf that I can use in a garland. That's maybe like this long. This is beautiful, but
You can't intertwine this in a garden.
maybe you can help me. So Carrie and I are trying to measure the candles in the big glass cloche candle holder that's got the candelabra built into it.
Black or silver?
The
or
black.
Black, okay.
Yeah, do you know where the black one is? Do you know what room that's in?
I believe it's in Toby.
Okay.
Actually, I lied. It's okay.
That's okay. You got it. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And there's also the big one that's
So one of the misconceptions by a lot of people is that when I go to market, I'm actually taking home the product that I am buying, and that is not true. As you can see through some of the earlier footage, I'm actually just ordering product that will be delivered at a later date. And so you can see I'm measuring these candles here. It's important to measure because I'm not going to see a real live sample of this until it arrives to me normally in August or September. And so now's the time to really make those measurements, ensure that you're going to have the right size candles to fit in the pieces that need candles. And you have to do that real time while you're in Dallas. 18173B.
So we have 4 sets and then 8 of that one size.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what's the number on that one that we just did?
181.
I've used this in a lot of tablescapes, but these Luminera candles are fantastic. They're on a timer, so it's 5 hours on, 19 hours off, and they come on exactly the same time you set them. But look at how realistic these flames look. So if you want to go ahead with a flameless candle, this is a great option. There's also a remote control, which works really great. I hear feedback from my clients all the time that the remote control is a game changer, just on and off. So tons of different sizes. There's even an outdoor version, so if you want to use some of these in the summertime, they're not going to melt. But one of the most realistic flameless candles that I've actually come across in the 15 years that I've been doing this. So just wanted to point this out online at holiday-bliss.com. Yeah. Hey guys, so I want to go ahead and share with you one of my other, probably my second largest suppliers, Regency International, and you can see, we've heard, quite a bit in Christmas 25 about, that classic Ralph Lauren Christmas look, heavy velvet, dark rich greens, and the reds, and they've done a fantastic job of actually encapsulating that in their showroom this year. So again, you can see bringing in just the hits of gold, the rich reds, the dark greens, classic Christmas. So we'll take you along as we make our way through the showroom here, but wanted to go ahead and at least intro this for you guys. Happy decorating. Regency International is my second largest supplier, and I have had a solid relationship with them for also around 15 years. Regency is great because they do offer lower minimums, and so if I'm looking for a really unique ornament or a unique stem for a special project, I don't necessarily have to bring in a whole bunch of the same item. They also have some unique tabletop, and I also source a couple of our trees from Regency as well. Carolers.
That would be super cute.
We need to look at the carolers for.
They must come in another color.
They come in many colors. Yeah.
But those are cute.
And this is the version I have in my. Except it pulls some iridescent, which I don't always.
Even the red.
Yeah.
Little fantasy. I'm looking for different stuff for
Yeah.
that.
New Year.
Yeah.
I got my.
Everything's good.
Good.
I'm out with you guys.
Yeah.
Busy,
Same,
but
busy.
good. Yeah. The velvet, classic velvet. It's just fantastic. Yeah.
And this one reminds me of me growing up.
I love
Just the
this retro look too.
retro look.
Yeah.
That's my mom's. Well, both of them actually.
Yeah, this too.
Yeah.
That's because they used colored lights back then.
Right.
Yeah. So fun. So, and I love some of the new trees. Susie was showing me some of those too. But you could easily come back through on a tree and just. Do you like the red, gold? I don't. No, it needs to be either the gold or the red.
It's pretty.
Okay, everyone, we talked a little bit about the beaded fruit in the last showroom we were at, but you're going to see this continue to trend in 26, and this particular showroom does a really good job of showing this off even more. So pomegranates, the almost plum colors, really they're pulling in here. All of the even acorns, hummingbirds, butterflies, all of the beaded berries, and even the oranges are going to make for a really fun and festive look. Again, not sure if it'll trend heavily in the Midwest in 26, but I think we're going to see this continue to take on some popularity as we get through the next couple of years. Happy decorating. All right, everybody, this is one of the trees that we always bring in, part of our collection. It will continue to be part of our collection in Christmas 2026. It is the Kingston, and it is an ideal tree for most locations. Has the very traditional A-frame shape to it, but look at how sturdy these tips are. Going to be fantastic for really heavy ornaments and heavy trim. We'll carry this in the 7.5 foot, the 9 foot. And what's great about this is the 7.5 foot's about 53 inches in diameter, the 9 foot around 65 inches in diameter. So medium full, not super wide like the Deluxe Trinity. This is gonna be, again, very traditionally shaped, but more ideal for maybe a slightly more compact space. Fantastic tree, LED warm white lights on it. Go online at holiday-bliss.com for our full selection and all the specifications. Happy decorating. Hey guys, new tree for 2026, the Prospect Pine, and this one's gonna be a little bit different than any other tree we brought in because the lights are actually gonna be a 3mm light. And they all have the dual function, so you can do steady warm white LED. This moves to multicolor, twinkle, fading. It's got, probably about 9 different functions, remote control. But what's great about this tree is it's a fantastic price point. And so we've heard the feedback. And so we wanted to bring in a tree that might be a little bit more middle of the road in terms of that price point, but still have that very full, very beautifully constructed tree. It's going to be easy pull, which means that the lights are going to be, or the electricity is going to be conducted between the pole. So as you put each section on, they will light up and still the hinge construction. So be on the lookout, go to holiday-bliss.com. We're going to bring this in the 7.5 and the 9 foot for Christmas 2026. And back to study. And then just to remind everybody, this is easy pull. So the electricity is actually conducted through the pole on the tree. So as you put each section in, you get lights. Like I thought of Izzy when I saw this.
Yes.
I love that natural and glitz together. So these 1.5 inch ribbons are just trending big. They do have the 1 inch in it. Look at there it is separate.
See how cute that is.
A Norfolk
Love
tree,
that.
really clever. Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, so we've talked a lot this year about how ribbon is transforming design projects, and so we're going to spend some time at D. Stevens, one of my favorite suppliers for fine ribbon. And as we've talked about throughout the season, the use of different size ribbons is going to continue to trend into 26. So, the 2 1/4, the 4, some of these very ornate ribbons, even some of the smaller ribbons, and then adding all of the different colors together. So wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what we're seeing so far, and we'll take you along as we make some selections. Ribbon has completely transformed how we think about Christmas over the course of the last couple of years. of course, people always have to use ribbon. Ribbon isn't anything new, but the quality of ribbon and the sizes of ribbon and the embellishments on the ribbon and the mix of those sizes is something that has completely transformed how we think about decorating Christmas trees, garlands, wreaths, swags, you name it. And you can see that through any social media that you might be frequenting during the holidays. And Dee Stevens has done a phenomenal job of really embracing that and coming up with new ribbon, new product that is high quality, and as a designer, making sure that the ribbon stays in place and that it's wired really well means a great deal. If you've got a flat ribbon that doesn't stay in place when you're trying to make big, beautiful loops, that is a showstopper in terms of making good progress. And so, ribbon will, I think, continue to evolve, but it's so much fun to completely change and transform and evolve a design that probably was already very good, but it just takes it to the next level when you use ribbon. And Dee Stevens helps us do that every single year. Maybe a cart might be easiest.
Because you're going to get to that point.
Yeah.
I could do that. Okay. We'll get it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so we are at Market in Dallas 2026, and I have the pleasure of being with Donna Stevens, who, well, why don't you introduce yourself, Donna?
Okay, I'm Donna Stevens. We're Dee Stevens, and I love ribbon. That's what started this whole thing, because I just have a passion for ribbon. And my grandmother loved ribbon and used to sew ribbon for my sister and I.
And here you are. I mean, you've been in business for how many years now?
We've been in business for, I think we're going on 14 years.
14 years, yeah, and it's just booming. I mean, if you look at Ribbon online, your name keeps popping up, almost exclusively. So, got to feel pretty good about that, right?
Yeah.
So, what are you seeing in terms of new trends for 2026? What do you think is kind of going to be the hot trend?
Well, I think this burgundy is really pretty with the gold. And I think this is more of our dress tree, and I think it's happy, but it's also just beautiful tree that can go just about anywhere, and you can mix and match all your ribbons. And our velvet is one of the best. I have this special made for us, and I just love it.
Yeah, I mean, velvet to me is just trending everywhere, in every color. I carry a lot of the colors in your velvet line, and you do have one of the best. And what's great about the velvet ribbon that Donna offers with Dee Stevens is that you can pick the color backing. So if you want a champagne gold, if you want a gold, if you want a silver, if you want it to be self-backed in the same color, there's pretty much something for everybody. And velvet you can't go wrong with. It's classic Christmas. No matter what's trending, velvet just seems to be a great choice.
And embellishment on the edges, I think is so pretty because it picks up all the light on your tree.
And I noticed too all of the mixing of the different widths of ribbon now. So it's not just stay consistent with a 4-inch or stay consistent with a 2 1/4. It's all the different sizes together on a tree.
And trims, different trims, and like this is a beautiful ribbon, and it's burgundy, so you could use it on either side. You could use this on the inside, and then that would be your outside. You can twirl it back. Our ribbon has really good wire in it, because I think that's really important. I think it's really important because the wire is what holds the ribbon up and gives you a beautiful bow.
And to me, that's the difference between a designer ribbon and just any old ribbon, right? Is how well wired is it? And for those of us who are designers, makes all the difference when you're doing an installation to be able to just make a loop and have that loop stay in place. I mean, that is what we're looking for all the time. And when it doesn't stay in place, there's nothing more frustrating, which is probably why we're using your ribbon almost exclusively.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. So thank you so much. This has been a real honor. Thank you so much, Donna. We really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a good show. Hey everybody, hopefully you guys found this last couple of days to be really informative, really fun, and hopefully you've gotten some ideas for what you want to do for Christmas 2026. I'm going to be heading back to Minnesota where I'll be spending the next several weeks putting together all of my ideas, making sure that we bring in enough of this beautiful new product for you to enjoy. And then we're going to load it up on the website and you'll be able to pre-order some of these things as you start to build your plan for Christmas 2026. I'm always so grateful for my time here, grateful for the suppliers, grateful for all of you for allowing us to do this really fantastic work. Remember, holiday-bliss.com. We look forward to a fantastic Christmas 2026. Happy decorating.